I done chose. Way I'm moving, I don't see him in a way. Way they talking, I'm not hearing what they say. Got some bands and I bought myself a place. They get a couple and they blow it in a day. But I ain't built like that. They done said my time is up, but it still ain't passed. I done heard what they say, but it feel like cap. Yeah, I took a couple shots, but I'm still intact. Yeah.
Why not us? That is the mantra of the 2023 Ontario Warriors. Despite starting 3-9 on the season, they took that to their own. Why not us? They started winning. They got into the tournament as an 8th seed, barely knocked off the 11th seed, but something clicked. They continued the why not us to upset after upset after upset that has led them to this moment against another team, the Kenston Bombers, that also were upset-minded. This is the Division II State Baseball Championship. The Ontario Warriors taking on the Bombers of Kenston. This special presentation coming to you on the OH Report next.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenoutosales.com.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Welcome you inside the Sutton Bank pregame show for this, the Ohio State Division II Championship between your Ontario Warriors and the Kenston Bombers. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi up here in the suite section of Canal Park in beautiful Akron, Ohio, alongside Mansfield News Journal award-winning sports reporter Jake Furr. And Jake, I don't think anybody thought midway through the season that the Ontario Warriors would be the team in our area to play for a state championship.
Not at all. Coming into the season, I really did have high expectations of Ontario. Expectations of playing in a state championship, maybe not, but I kind of made them number one in my preseason power poll, and then saw that 3-9 start, and I was like, okay, maybe I just kind of overestimated them a little bit, but they've. I think if you ask their coach, they've grown leaps and bounds since game one to now, and it's got them playing for some hardware, man. It's a beautiful thing.
And it kind of needed a good talking to after an inter-squad scrimmage to get them going. But, hey, this is why you play the beautiful game of baseball, because if you get hot at the right time, you're unstoppable. And this squad has been unstoppable. As we take a look at the team spotlight for those Ontario Warriors, they're going to be the visitors once again. They've been the visiting squad in every tournament game since that walk-off against Sandusky in the sectional semi under Mike Ellis. They are now 17-14. They were 10-12 coming into the tournament. I mean, you could say Cinderella. They don't want to be called Cinderella. That's why I said, why not us in the pregame, because we've used this enough, but they are. The slipper continues to fit. Batting-wise, a good .312 average. On-base percentage, .387, 47 extra base hits. They have scored 172 times, 143 of those by RBI. Pitching continues to go down. It was up higher midway through the season, but now it's down to a 3.15 ERA, 1.5 whip. They have struck out 183 batters. They've walked 126, and they have 2 shutouts. They knocked off state number 5, Washington Courthouse, in a great game by the Warriors, 2-1 yesterday. Carter Weaver with the start. Carter Walters comes in and closes it down. That 1-2 punch that has gotten them through the tournament, Jake.
It was basically a blueprint of the regional semifinal, except for the 6-run first inning. That was a blowout. But pitching-wise, I think they approached it the same exact way. We're going to go with our big guy. We're going to go with Carter Weaver, see how far he can take us, and if we need to, we're going to go with Carter Walters. And again, I think that's 6 perfect innings that he's thrown.
Yeah, and only allowed, I think, 2 hits?
I think just 1, because in the regional semifinals, he didn't allow anything. I'm not sure what he did in the district.
You're right,
Allowed 1 hit yesterday, and, man, the kid came in, just a sophomore, and kind of showed some gumption. It's a beautiful thing to see, really. This whole pitching performance by the Warriors, this whole entire postseason is awesome.
Absolutely, and it was kind of a contrast too. You have the speed, the power of Carter Weaver, and then you get Carter Walters, who just gives you that off speed right in the zone, and it throws teams off. This is the second ever Final Four appearance. You alumni know 1994 was the first where you have a state championship. And now to our players spotlight, and that is Gage Weaver, the strong shortstop by the Warriors. Had a couple nice plays yesterday as well. He's a .416 average, 10 doubles. He's only walked 5 times. He's only struck out 5 times. He will put the ball in the play. He has 17 RBI and 29 runs. Yeah,
and yesterday he had 3 hits in a state semifinal game, and therefore maybe 4 innings. He was the only guy with a hit on the entire field. He's really stepped up big this postseason. It's exactly what you need out of your senior. Going to AU. Just a stellar shortstop, and he's been swinging the bat extremely well moving forward here.
And 2 keys to victory: why not us? Why not? They made it here, and then I do say Cinderella because I think the slipper will fit at the end of this one. We're going to take a moment right now for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Back here in the Sutton Bank pregame show, let's take a look at the Kenston team spotlight as we are just about ready to go. The Bombers, the home team, under head coach Joseph Kritz, 20-11 out of the Western Reserve Conference, 8-3, 261 average, 380 on base, 40 extra base hits. They've scored 137 runs, pitching 439, a 180 whip. They defeated Chaminade-Julienne with 4 runs in the top of the 7th to knock them off 4-2. This is their second state Final Four. This is their first ever appearance in a state championship game. We take a look at their player spotlight, and that is one Carter Flynn, 338 average, 4 doubles, 15 walks, 11 RBI, but he scores 17 runs. This is a kid, a very patient batter in the box. Now for their keys to victory. Jump out early. This is a team, Ontario, that, you know, they may give up a couple runs early on, but then they start to settle in. That's when you have to take advantage. And then contain Weaver. Both Weavers, actually. If you can keep them off the base paths, you're going to have a good chance.
Definitely. And your point to jump out early, that will be huge for this team. But it also won't really put Ontario in too bad of a position. I think in each game that they've played, they've at least either been tied or trailed in every game except for yesterday. They jumped out to that 1-0 lead. They were tied 1-1 and then got that 2-1 lead. And you know, if they can kind of grab the momentum here early and you know, force Ontario to kind of play with a little sense of urgency, that's probably exactly where they want to put them. But I wouldn't put it past the Warriors to come right back.
There's your rosters for both sides, and we will start off as usual with the Ontario Warriors batting first against Nico Georgiou, 3-1, a 2.04 ERA. He's walked 12 batters, 33 strikeouts. He's only pitched 37.2 innings, so this is one of those pitchers, maybe you get him a couple innings and then go to your pen. So it's interesting to see that. But with the Ontario Warriors, this is their starting 9. First, leading off, Colton Ramian, then Jaden Leach, Gage Weaver, Carter Weaver. Those are the 2. If you can get 1 or 2 guys on ahead of them, you have a good shot. Carter Walters also, he's come up big a couple times in the last few games for the Warriors. Jake Chapman, the battery mate for today's starter. Braxton Hall, Caden Babel, he is getting the start on offense as well as defense today. He will get his first at-bats in a few games, so we'll see what he can do. And then Peyton Dzugan has been phenomenal on the mound. We'll talk about that when he takes it. But also, he's a good speed threat, a good bunting threat at the bottom of the lineup, maybe that second leadoff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly what you want out of your 9 batter. You want him to turn the order over and, you know, make something happen. You don't just want your 9 batter to be an automatic out, and that's nowhere near what that kid is. But man, here we go. This I just get chilly bumps just watching this.
I've been nervous for the past 4 hours. You got to ask anybody here at the OH Report as we were setting up. I feel like one of the players right now. This is an awesome moment for not only, you know, for us watching, but for Richland County.
Definitely.
The same thing when we had Mansfield Senior and Lucas play for state championships. The whole county came out. We have a very good crowd, and I know there's a very good crowd watching right here on this delayed stream, this special presentation here on the OH Report. That has been the Sutton Bank pregame show, and we are underway in this Division II state championship. Ramian takes strike 1. I was always a player that I had to always take the first strike. Chopper over the third baseman's head. Shortstop tries to make a throw.
Get there.
Not in time. It's an infield single for Ramian, and the Warriors off with a leadoff single.
That kid has been absolutely phenomenal this entire postseason. You know, he was asked to switch positions from catcher to right field at the start of the postseason, and that's enough to derail any kid. But you know what? He came out and yesterday he started the game off with a single. So man, he's been phenomenal.
Now up Jaden Leach, the 2-hitter, 255 average. 0 for 4 yesterday, but this is a chance, even if he can get the runner over, as he's going to try the bunt, takes ball 1. But if he can get a runner to second here on this bunt, a sac bunt, it's a good chance with Gage and Carter coming up after him.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, you know, it's a first inning. Why try and sac bunt now? But you know what? All you got to do is beat him by 1 run, and you got to score a run to get it. So, I'm all for this. If he lays down a sac bunt and gets the runner over, let's do it.
Well, he's being helped early on. He's ahead of the count, 2-0. Couple low pitches there. Snap throw to first. Ramian back in time. And like we said, Nico only 12 walks in the 37 innings pitched. So, you know, if he can, let's see if the moment's too big. Perfect bunt by Leach. Throw to first gets him, but that is a 1-3 sacrifice and 2 batters in. The Warriors have a runner in scoring position with the Weavers coming up.
Job well done right there. I mean, that's all you want, and that's the sacrifice that I think has switched this team around. Earlier in the year, if they would have been told to sack bunt, I think there would have been a little bit of ego in that. They've put their ego aside this entire postseason, and that's what's led to this magical run here.
Now Gage Weaver up 416 average for the shortstop. Ball gets away. Ramian's going to get the third, and what a start here for the Warriors. The wild pitch has Ontario 90 feet away from getting an early lead.
And your best hitter, your most clutch hitter at the plate. Man, I expect to see some fireworks right here.
Like Jake said, Weaver 3 for 4, a stolen base, and a run scored in yesterday's state semifinal victory. There you see Colton Ramian. Fly ball to center. That's going to be deep enough. Catch is made. Ramian will score. Ontario leads it 1-0.
Man, what a start. Perfect start. And they're fired up over in the dugout. The emotion is running high. Everybody's getting some high fives and helmet slaps. Perfect start. Just a great way to manufacture a run. You sacrifice yourself to put your runner in scoring position, and it works out.
And this has been Ontario baseball for the last maybe 3 weeks. Small ball. You get a runner on, sacrifice, maybe a wild pitch, sacrifice, just like that.
Yeah.
1-0 and only 1 at bat in the stat column.
Yeah.
That is team baseball, and that is what Ontario has bought into the second half of the season. It is 1-0 for the Warriors. Now up Carter Weaver, the first team All-Ohioan, a 444 average. Checks that foul. And the count is 0-2.
I mean, you score a run, 2 sacrifices. 2 sacrifices. That's the attitude of this team that they've taken into this postseason, man. It's a beautiful brand of baseball.
0-2 just reaches at it, hits it foul, and he stays alive here.
Ooh, Ellis with a nice play and a lefty throw. I love it down there.
Now, Coach Ellis told me when I went to practice with him that he did play some softball, messed his knee up, could not do it anymore. That's what led him to coaching. So I guess it was a kind of good injury for the Warriors. Big swing and a miss on a high fastball, and that will do it for the first. But the Ontario Warriors strike and lead it 1-0. Kenston with their first at bat coming up.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
See Carter Walters out there heading to today's starter, Peyton Dzugan. You could say he's the closer. He went complete game district championship, complete game regional championship, and he's back out here. 6-4 on the season, 2.77 ERA, 59 strikeouts, 32 walks. This is the one you want on the mound in a big game like this.
3 complete games this tournament, 3 not shutouts, but 3 complete games, 3 wins. All of them in championship games. There's no one else you want out there. No one better. It's the perfect person to have on the mound today.
And first up will be Carter Flynn as he takes strike 1. And that's something you like to see with Peyton Dzugan. He peppers the strike zone early. He makes you try to beat him. He will not get behind that much. And as I say that, the count is even at 1.
I honestly believe, I think this is the best defensive lineup for the Warriors. With Carter Weaver in center field, the best defensive lineup right behind Dzugan.
1-1 pitch. Short fly ball out to Carter Weaver, and just like you say that,
perfect,
makes the catch for the first out. And as I like to say, can of corn right out there, one down.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see all game long. Dzugan he's a great pitcher. But he doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he causes a lot of pop-ups, a lot of ground balls. As long as these guys can play air-free, it's going to be a great afternoon.
L.A. Mighton, a 345 hitter, the 2-hitter. Catcher up now, takes high for ball number 1. And you're saying about this is their best defensive lineup, but Mr. Dzugan had the biggest play of the game yesterday, throwing a guy out from center field as Mighton takes ball 2.
Yeah, he made the absolute biggest defensive play of the day yesterday, and it was an absolute P right to home plate, man. It was beautiful.
And a great job by Chapman to get back over and apply the tag. In there for a strike. It is 1 and 2. Or 2 and 1. There's Dzugan. The pitch high. It's 3 and 1. Hitters count. Mighton with 10 doubles and a triple this season out of his 29 hits. Scored 17 runs. Chopper right the gauge. Weaver throws over the Walters. Easy 6-3, and there's 2 down.
That's who you want the ball to go to almost every single play. If it's going to be put in play, let's go ahead and hit it to our Ashland commit shortstop, man. That's a easy play for that caliber of player.
And Dzugan gets the ground out on the Dzugan replay. 2 down here for Drew McKenna. 257 average, 3 doubles. First pitch, again, just high for ball 1. And that's something else with Dzugan. It doesn't matter if he's behind in the count. He will get you that big pitch to get the out. 1-0. Just outside. Ooh. It's 2-0.
It's going to take a little bit to kind of adjust to a new strike zone. You got a new umpire almost every time here in the tournament, so you got to learn what they're calling too.
The 2-0. In there for strike 1.
The other one looked better than that one. I think I would have swung at the other one.
So we're seeing the umpire giving more of an inside strike zone than an outside strike zone.
A little bit high too.
He likes those right across the lettering.
Hey, you don't see that called very much anymore.
2-1. Oh, just inside. So maybe the umpire gave that pitch right back. It's another 3-1 count.
Make-up call a little bit.
Jimmy Surha on deck, the 4-hitter. 3-1. Just inside, ball 4, and it's a 2-out runner.
If you're going to put a runner on, I'd rather do it with 2 outs any day of the
Absolutely.
week. You don't want to give them a chance to manufacture a run just like Ontario did there in the first. Put them on with 2 outs, nothing hurt, no damage. You got to force out second and third. Easiest play right here.
This is something we've seen a few times in the tournament. Mr. Dzugan retying those long laces. You know what? I honestly think that's just his chance to get down there and reset himself.
Just start thinking. Get back into your mental space after you walk a guy. Maybe even give the umpire a little chance to think about things as well.
Not many views you will get like this one we have right here from our GoPro. That is a beautiful view of Canal Park and the skyscape in Akron. First pitch to Serra. Fouled back. It's 0-1.
Got ahead right there. Now Dzugan can kind of dictate things a little bit. He doesn't have to come back with a perfectly thrown ball. Maybe he can work a corner or work a knee real quick.
Can Dzugan do it?
I have all the faith in the world that this kid can do it. He's been doing it all postseason.
He's ready with his 0-1 pitch. Bounces it in there. It's 1-1.
It's a good pitch right there. I think that was a little low, and you just want to kind of try and force a rollover ground ball to end this inning. Couldn't get him to move, but nothing hurt there.
And he's moving it around the zone, too. He's not keeping it just in one place. The 1-1. Line drive right at Weaver for the catch, and that'll do it for the first inning. Gage Weaver's like a magnet. He's done that a couple times in this tournament. That'll do it for the first. After one, Ontario 1, Kenston nothing.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenoutosales.com.
There's a look at the Ontario faithful. I saw a couple Lexington hats in there, some other things. It's Richland County rooting for Richland County, and the Warriors off to a great start. They lead at 1-0 as they come to bat here in the top of the second. Travis Berardi alongside Mansfield News Journal's own Jake Furr here for a few moments as you take a look at the Ontario Warrior dugout here at beautiful Canal Park. Carter Walters up the bat. He takes ball one, but this is a great start for Ontario. Dzugan's doing his job, getting pitch to contact right to his players.
And
That's ball two.
It takes all of the pressure off. I mean, now you can just play free. Sure, it's a one-run lead, but you can give up a run and you're still right in this game.
The 2-0 bounces in there. It's 3-0 to Carter Walters. And exactly, you can, if you do make a mistake, it's not going to hurt you because it just evens things back, and then you just get right back to work.
You can kind of play aggressive, play free, and try and make things happen.
The 3-0. High ball 4, and it's another leadoff runner for the Warriors. That'll bring up the catcher, Jake Chapman, batting .319. And I wouldn't be surprised if he laid down another sacrifice, but Chappie, he can hit the ball as well.
Yeah, but I've seen him lay down some beautiful bunts this postseason, so I fully expect it.
And there it is, bunts it foul. It's 0-1. That'll bring, and with Braxton Hall on deck, he broke through for the Warriors in that game yesterday in the state semifinals. So you know he has that clutch gene, batting over .300. So if Chappie can get this bunt down, it'll do a lot for this squad. The 0-1. In the dirt, bounces away.
Okay.
And Walters is easily going to take second base on another wild pitch. So now, at a 1-1, I still say bunt.
I do
At
too.
least one more.
Put him
Until
on
you
third.
take strike two. Put him on third. It gives Hall an even better chance, just like Weaver. You put it into the outfield in the air, it's going to be 2-0. Big pitch coming here.
This is huge right here. I think if he can pull this down the third baseline, it'd be perfect.
Gets it down the first baseline, and all they're going to do is tag him. He does the job.
Okay. And he gets the job. He gets the job done again. I mean, that's, you know, I'm sure he would love nothing more than to put one there in the outfield in the gap, score him from second, get himself an RBI. But again, sacrifice yourself for the betterment of the team. That's what wins you games like this.
Absolutely. The first 6 batters, 1 for 2, 3 sacrifices and a walk. That's Ontario baseball. Here comes Hall with a runner on third. Takes strike 1. Caden Babel on deck, and like we said in the pregame, hasn't taken some at-bats here lately as Hall swings through that for strike 2. 86 on the gun. Added a little cheese to that.
Pretty fired up there.
0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 and a big second out after the sack.
I think he just wanted it. He wanted to do a little too much for his team right there. And I mean, you can't blame him. You can't blame the kid for wanting to come through for the team and just swung at a couple bad pitches. But I think he'll readjust, go into his next at bat. A little bit more focus in this one.
228 hitter Babel. He has 9 RBI, and he swings at a high, strike 1.
Swinging, yeah. First pitch on there, man, I would take a couple here, maybe one, wait till you get a strike, but now you got to play defense a little bit.
The 0-1 checks it. I don't think he went. He did not. It's 1-1.
That was close. That was a close one from up here. You know, we get the view from behind the batter from up top, and that was a borderline one, but.
The 1-1. That time he did not hold, and it's 1-2. Now here at the state level, 4 umpires.
Yeah.
1 down each line, 1 behind second base, and you have your home plate umpire. The 1-2 almost hits him. It's 2-2.
Good take there. He's choking up. He's just wanting to put this ball in play. Hopefully, beat out a throw to first here with his speed. See what he can do.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. He checked again, and the count is full.
Gotta just wonder the nerves that are going through his body, because maybe this might be his first at bat of the postseason in a state championship game with a runner 90 feet away.
Warrior fans get on their feet. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 looking, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Got the slide piece to get over the plate. After 1.5, Ontario leads it 1-0.
You're enjoying live and free high school baseball right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Warriors strand a runner on third, but still lead it 1-0 here after 1.5. And there's OH Report's own Keaton Cooper. Hi, Keaton. How you doing, buddy? Down there, it seems like he's a fan of every Richland County and Crawford County team. I believe he goes to Colonel Crawford. But, hey, another person that goes to Colonel Crawford, Dan Gorbett, actually former Ontario coach, scouted the first semifinal game yesterday to help out, and it so far has, because Ontario's defense has been right in the exact spot they needed to.
And who else would you want to scout a baseball game for you than a coach with, 400 wins, over 400 wins, and just a phenomenal baseball mind. Man, it's just perfect. Is it 4 or 6? Was it 600 wins?
Yeah, 600.
600
we were down there for the highlight at Delaware
wins.
Christian. He has over 600 victories. They were district runners-up this year to Seneca East. There's Peyton Dzugan getting ready for his second inning of work. 16 pitches in the first inning.
That's a quality inning right there. I know he probably wants to throw a few more strikes there and maybe keep that number down a little bit, but you know what? State championship game, I think he's expecting to go as 125 if he has to. And I think the Warriors want that for him too.
There's a shot of our own Brian Skoronsky doing social media today. Now, in the Defiance game, 12 pitches, 7 strikes in that first inning, so he's right on with what he's been doing this tournament so far. 5-hitter due up here in Tommy Pecorato. You're about to say something, Jake. Go ahead.
I just saw they had a pretty long conversation there with Doug Basham before the inning, and I was just maybe just trying to tell Dzugan, hey, just chill a little bit, man. We're right where we want to be. Don't try to do too much. Let your teammates do some things behind you. Chapman comes out of the dugout limping a little bit. He got tagged there on that sack bunt and limped back to the dugout. Hopefully he's able to to be all right there. That could be something to keep an eye on, especially if Kenston gets aggressive on the base paths.
And who else to have as a great pitching coach than Doug Basham? He's a guy that can calm anybody down. He could calm the Hulk down as Dzugan throws his first pitch in there for a strike. Pecoraro, 322 average this season, 1 double and 1 triple as well, as he calls time to regroup.
And Dzugan is unfazed, just looking over the tip of his glove. Didn't even step off the mound, just trying to own that thing.
And then throws, a curveball just outside to even the count at 1-1. But that's the pitch that he wanted right there.
Yeah,
it's hard to lay those off.
Yeah, up in the count, try and get a rollover ground ball. That's all you want.
The 1-1. Fouled away, and he's ahead 1-2.
Like maybe go high fastball here, just a little bit out of the zone, get him to chase. Or would you bounce one? I don't know. You can go multiple ways with this count right here.
The 1-2, and he bounced it right in there to even the count at 2. And it's kind of like you know how we like to play on MLB The Show. We like to move it around because if you keep throwing it in the one place, they're going to knock it over the fence. He does that perfectly, but in real life, and it throws them off. You don't know where it's going to be. Sometimes you just have those throws that just try and throw as hard as they can to the plate, and it doesn't end up well. The 2-2 outside, count is full.
And anytime you can make a batter think you're going to be successful against them, oh man, he's going to throw me high. Is he going to bounce one? Is he going to, freeze me with a curveball?
The full count pitch, curveball just low, and it's a leadoff walk.
Now see if Kenston can manufacture runs. I think this is going to be a game of who can manufacture the most runs here, because and I'm not sure. I've never seen Kenston play, but I'm sure they're a pretty good bunting team. You don't get here without being able to play small ball and score runs in multiple different ways.
Brings up Parker Monday. He's only a 152 hitter, so you got to think maybe he will try and sacrifice this runner over. First pitch to him. He does look bunt. It's high, ball 1. Second runner of the game, both coming via walk for Kenston. Here to lead off the bottom of the second. The 1-0. Bunt right down to nice. Dzugan on the first. It's a 1-3 sacrifice.
Got him.
Runner moves the second, but the Warriors get an out.
Right, and I mean you still have a runner on second. You could still kind of roll over. Hopefully you can roll over a ground ball here to third base or something. Freeze that runner at second. And work with 2 outs instead of 1 and a little less pressure there.
And that'll bring up the pitcher, Giorgio. 222 average, 11 RBI. He has 4 doubles and 2 triples this season. First pitch to him, curveball in there for a strike. So we saw Dzugan elevate that a little bit higher, and this time he tried the top of the zone and got the call.
Yeah, get ahead with a curveball. I mean, anytime you can throw a curveball for a strike, especially strike 1, you do that every time.
The 0-1, just outside. Good positioning there just outside the zone, but he did not bite. It's 1-1. That was a 64-mile-an-hour curveball. That fastball, 80, just about 80. So, that difference in speeds could really throw players off.
As long as you can kind of camouflage that, and you're not. I think he balked right there.
He did.
He balked. He moved his glove up and down a little bit and moves the runner up 90 feet.
So that'll put the tying runner at third here with a 1-1 count. Infielders moving to the grass. And it's a line drive to left, base hit. We're tied. Giorgio will hold at first, but he evens things up. It's 1-1. So you take a look at the Dzugan real estate. Got out ahead of it, but just flared it into left for their first hit of the game and their first run.
Helped his own cause in that at bat right there. It's exactly what you want to do as a pitcher. You want to kind of, if you're given a chance to help yourself out, you take it every single time. And he laced that one. That was a good hit right there.
Ball 1 to Bridger Bischoff, 226 hitter. this season. And this is a team that you have a couple good averages, but everybody else just a little bit under average here. And another balk. And Dzugan asking what's going on here. Coach Mike Ellis out to ask the home plate umpire what he's doing, but that does put the go-ahead run here in the second inning on second with one away.
Yeah, we gotta address that issue, get that fixed, and just not let it rattle you. I know, I mean, it's frustrating because you think you're doing the same thing you've done all season long, but obviously there's something that the umpire is seeing that he's not liking. So you got to adjust, not let that hurt you too bad, because this is too big of a situation here to kind of let it rattle you.
And you saw Dzugan to his infielders, I'm good. Yeah. Let's keep it down here. We're fine. 1 ball, no strikes to the 8-hitter. So if he can get the next 2 outs, it's good. It sets up the top of the lineup for the third inning, but it keeps the game tied. So this is a good position for him, even though there is a runner on second. The 1-0. Fly ball in the center. Weaver working his way over, but it's going to drop in. Runner's going to get around third and scores. They can't pick him up, and it's another hit, and it's 2-1.
Took a little bit of a bad angle on that one. I saw him kind of come in, and I don't know if the wind kind of carried it over towards left field a little bit more, but man, that's a tough break. Maybe a ball that could have been caught. But it was kind of out of his reach. I see him covering his mouth with his glove right now. I know he's probably not too happy with that defensive-minded play right there. And
Coach Mike Ellis will now come out to talk to Dzugan. So a leadoff walk, sacrifice, and then single and double has Kenston on top of things. 2-1. You heard the Kenston student section saying we can't hear you, and then all of Richland County came back with a Let's Go Warriors chant. Early on here, Ontario does have 9-1-2 due-ups, and this team has been putting, the bat on ball here early on. They've hit some sacrifices, so they really haven't needed to swing the bat yet. Right. But, if you can limit damage here, maybe to just 1 run, this is a team that likes to answer immediately as well. And
Dzugan's going to go up to bat. He's the 9-batter, going to come up to bat, just wanting to help his own cause, just like Giorgio did here in the second inning. But man, it's a tough go right here, and it's time. Hopefully this is the kind of time he buckles down and find something deep down.
They'll bring up Grant Beckley, a 147 hitter. First pitch to him. Bounces away. Runner's going to get the third. So now, 90 feet away is the third run for Kenston. Chapman talking with the home plate umpire here momentarily.
What kind of hurt the Warriors during the regular season was big innings. They allowed a lot of big innings, and they need to minimize this one here. Only get out of here with only 2 runs allowed would be a small victory for these guys.
Looking for the squeeze. He gets it down. The run's going to score. Dzugan on the first gets the out, but it is 3-1. Perfect sacrifice squeeze.
That's aggressive right there. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do in a state championship game. You gotta score a run any way you possibly can, and the Bombers go up 3-1, the third run of the inning. 2 outs now. Hopefully nobody on base. Let's get out of here with minimal damage.
So we'll bring up the top of the order. Carter Flynn, who flew out the center field to start this one off. First pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. So now Peyton can reset. Nobody on base, 2 outs. Get this out here, get yourself and then the top of the order up and try and answer immediately like they have done a few times this year. They've trailed a couple times in this tournament. They trailed to Defiance.
I think
they trailed to Clyde.
They've trailed every game except for
St. Mary's.
Except for yesterday.
St. Mary's, it was 6-6.
St. Mary's,
so
they tied it. So and yesterday they were tied 1-1. So I mean, this is not
This is a
death
situation
punch.
they've been in.
Yeah, this is not a death punch for the Warriors right here. I think they can.
They were down
easily,
to their final out against Sandusky, down 2 runs,
yeah,
and they came back and won.
They can very easily respond to this. Just the message going into the dugout has to be, hey, we've been here before. We know exactly where we're at. We can still do this thing. This isn't a death.
The 1-1, high, ball 2.
Hopefully, when Dzugan goes into the dugout, he's going to be the first one up to bat here in this next inning, but he kind of needs to regroup a little bit here.
18th pitch of the inning for Dzugan is in there for strike 2.
Nice curveball to go 2-2.
And we do got to go back to that leadoff hitter. That curveball, full count curveball, was close.
Yeah.
You think if he has it just a little bit closer in, this is a completely different aspect, but that's baseball. Yes. It's a game of inches. The 2-2, high, and the count is full again.
We saw a mound visit earlier, and kind of the thought process is, you're down 2 runs. Do you start getting someone up in the bullpen? I think you ride this kid till he can't go anymore, until he takes himself out.
He's brought you here.
Yeah.
Might as well finish it off with him. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Speak of a game of inches, man, that was almost right there on the outside corner right there. But yeah, I mean, we have a runner on first, 2 outs, and threatening again. But they're gonna have to make something happen in this one here.
Maiden now up, grounded out to short for the second out of the first inning. Dzugan coming into this one, 24 earned runs on the season. A 1.286 whip. Runner goes in there for a strike. It was actually a delayed steal as he went back to the base. Tried to draw a throw, but nothing doing from Chappie.
And this is a situation you can test him, see where his leg is at. If it's that injured, 2 outs. And there he goes.
Snap throw, gets in the right field, but he's not going to go as he slid back in. It's 1-1.
So maybe they learned something right there. That wasn't his best throw. I don't know if that leg is hurting him, planning and getting some power to throw that ball.
And I think he thought a little bit too much before throwing it. He got up and kind of hesitated, and I think that threw him off a bit as well.
Yeah, so we'll see if – and you have kind of the middle of your order up right now. It's number 2 batter, so maybe you want him to lead off next inning.
In there for a strike, it's 1-2.
Can always try and make something happen with a steal here. I would not be surprised, especially with a 2-1 count right here.
Maybe a hit and run at least.
Yeah.
Get that force out of the way. The 1-2. Inside, hits the zone, strike 3 looking, and that'll do it for the second inning. But Kenston strikes back with 3 runs. They lead it 3-1 after 2.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Top of the third here. Ontario with their 9-1-2 batters due up in the top of the third. Travis Berardi back here with Jake Furr. And Jake, a tough inning for the Warriors, but we've seen time and time again them answer immediately. And this is the part of the order that they can do it, 9-1-2.
Yeah, Dzugan's going to come up here wanting to make something happen. I hope he stays within himself here. Doesn't try to do too much. Just get a runner on base any way possible, and try and limit the damage here.
Top of the third due up here. As Peyton Dzugan, you taking a look at the Ontario bench. Maybe take some frustration out on this baseball right here. First pitch, looking to bunt, take strike one.
Make the defense think a little bit. I know he's got a little bit of speed, but hey, anytime you can play a little mind games in baseball, you're going to be pretty good.
Fouls that one off. He's behind 0-2.
I was going to say, in between innings, this is nowhere the Warriors are not panicked right now. They're not, there's nothing that they're phased by exactly right now. They're kind of familiar with this position, and they'll be all right.
The 0-2. High, ball one. Colton Ramian on deck. Led off with a single to start things off as Dzugan nearly hit by that. Count is even at 2.
Funny thing is, Dzugan actually went out to Las Vegas and got a personal hitting instruction from Pete Rose.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was before his freshman year. I think going into his freshman year, he got a nice little personal hitting session with the greatest hitter of all time.
2-2. Strike three looking. One down.
It's so tough to hit as a pitcher. I mean, your entire focus going into this entire game, especially a state championship game, is I'm on the mound. I need to help my team win by doing what I can do on the mound. But then
Ramian off the edge of the bat goes the first onto the pitcher for the second out, a quick second out.
And then you go up to bat, and you're not even thinking about your approach, your offensive approach and things like that. And it's a tough position to put in, but these high school kids are resilient, man.
That'll bring up Jaden Leach. He sacrificed Ramian over in the first inning. Leach, a .255 hitter. Swings through that one for strike one. Gage Weaver on deck.
That last one came in at 86.
Added a little cheese to that one.
That's humming for these high schoolers.
The 0-1. Pops it up to first.
It's going to be a tough play.
Moving over is the second baseman,
Good
and
call off.
Pecoraro makes the catch to end the top of the third. 3 up, 3 down go to the Warriors. Kenston with the lead coming to bat.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenautosales.com.
Bottom of the third here in this Division II state championship, and a big inning here for Peyton Dzugan. See if he can get back on track with the 3, 4, 5 hitters up.
As a pitcher, you kind of wanted a little bit longer inning between a tough one. But a 1-2-3 inning puts him right back out there in the heat of this game, and see what he's made of right here. I mean, he's made of iron, so I'm excited to see how he responds.
First pitch, just inside and maybe a bit high for ball one. Jake Furr here alongside Travis Berardi up in the suite section of Canal Park. Great view we have here today. The 1-0 curveball in there for a strike.
This is an absolutely beautiful city. It's nothing, nothing too extravagant, kind of like, Cleveland, Columbus with all these high rises and stuff. But yeah,
sliders in there.
Just what a beautiful scene for baseball.
Absolutely. Right, strike two. So Dzugan ahead of this leadoff hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Off speed, a bit high. It's 2-2.
Again, nothing hurt with that. Still ahead of the count. And I come right back here with your best pitch.
2-2. Curveball fouled off. And this is another big inning for Ontario. If you can get through this without any runs, you have the heart of your order coming up in the 2 Weavers and Walters, who have been white hot here in this tournament run. Dzugan ready with another 2-2. Curveball again high, and it's full.
He's not snapping that one off as good as he has been this entire postseason. Just a minor adjustment is all he has to make. Just got to make it in his head a little bit.
Payoff pitch. Liner right at Gage Weaver. On to Walters, 1 down.
Absolute vacuum. He's one of the best shortstops. In my mind, he's one of the best shortstops at the state tournament.
Absolutely.
There's no one. I haven't seen anyone more smooth than how that kid plays right there.
84 miles an hour on that. Got right out ahead of it, and the ocean covers 94% of the world. Gage Weaver covers the other 8%. In there for a strike. My math was completely off there, but you guys get the gist of it, right?
102% of the earth right there.
Hey, some people say it's flat. I say there's more, okay? The 0-1. A little bit early on that release. It's 1-1. Serha lined out to Gage Weaver to end inning number 1. The 1-1. High again. Ball 2.
There you go. Just take a few seconds here, figure things out. Just talk within your head, but don't let it bother you too much here.
The 2-1. Don't know where that missed, but it did. It's 3-1.
No, I think he's just getting a little bit frustrated with this strike zone. Again, as easy as it sounds, you can't let that stuff bother you, but as a pitcher, that's nearly impossible.
The 3-ball, 1-strike pitch. Popped him up.
There we go.
It's going to get out to right field. Ramey in under it makes the catch. 2 down. And that is a great way of not letting that emotion get to you. You throw a good pitch, he pops it up, and now it's a 2 up, 2 down.
Get you an easy pop-up, get your confidence back here a little bit, get refocused. 2 outs, let's get out of this inning and, go have a seat on the bench for a little bit and really reset. You're not going to be up to bat this inning, hopefully.
Brings up Pecoraro. Takes that for a ball. He did walk to start the last inning, came around and scored on the Giorgio RBI. The 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Dzugan gets the sign from Chappie. The 2-0. Curveball in there for a strike. Really pulled the string on that one. It wasn't even fast. Well, it was now. It took a second, but 65-mile-an-hour curveball there to go along with about 80 miles an hour on the fastball. Line drive right back up the middle, base hit. So a 2-out base runner on that 75-mile-an-hour pitch. Brings up Parker Monday. He bunted Pecoraro over in the second inning. Dzugan coming into the inning, 40 pitches, 20 strikes. He'd like to get out of this inning here to limit the pitches.
Yeah, and don't let that runner even bother you at all right there. Just go after the batter and get you an easy ground ball to tag him here.
And Dzugan just gets it. It wasn't pretty, but it did the job. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Warriors coming to bat in the top of the 4th.
You're enjoying live and free high school baseball right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Top of inning number 4 here, due up for the Warriors. And leading off, Gage Weaver had that deep fly out the center, the sacrifice fly in the first inning to bring home Ramian for the Warriors' first run of the game. Travis Berardi alongside Mansfield News Journal sports reporter Jake Furr. And it's still early in the game. This is only the midway point after this half inning, but this could be a big at bat for the Warriors here. If they can get 1 run across, get some of that momentum back after a good inning by Dzugan after giving up the 3 runs.
Yeah, I think this is kind of where you want to make your move. I mean, you got your 2 best hitters coming up. Make something happen here, and hopefully we can kind of cut this lead in half after this inning.
So Gage Weaver ready to get back in there.
1-1 count here.
Even at 1 on the 70-mile-an-hour pitch. Flares that. That's going to drop in the right center, and it's a leadoff hit. Just exactly what the Warriors needed.
This kid has been sensational these past 2 days.
He is now 4 for 5. I'm sorry, that was a sacrifice. 4 for 5, 4 singles, an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored in stolen base. You think it's time to test this catcher?
Man, down
Carter
2 right
up
now. Yeah, down 2 right now. That's a tough call right here. You got your number 4 batter up. You don't want to take the bat out of his hands. I think you kind of let this thing play out here.
So Gage Weaver coming into this game, a .416 average, just made it better with that leadoff single. He's going to take off and maybe get picked. Gets back to first, though.
He's back. Whew.
Good grief.
That could have been a nightmare right there for the Warriors.
Well, I don't understand why Giorgio kind of stuttered. You're supposed to run at the player. He stopped, allowed Weaver to make the first jump, and he gets back in time, as you saw on the Dzugan real estate replay. Now,
I think he got his hand stepped on.
Looks like he'll be fine, but that could have been disastrous in this inning for the Warriors.
It would have been a really good jump.
Yeah,
it would have been a very good jump. But I don't think he's going here.
Fakes going, and Carter flies it into right field. Right fielder makes the catch for the first out. So Weaver just under it a little bit too much. Flies out to Bischoff for the first out. That'll bring up Carter Walters. He walked but was stranded at third in the second inning. Snap throw to first. Weaver's back there.
I think this could be a steal situation here. I think you might want to see maybe a pitch or two.
And he's
really
making the
make that
pitcher
decision.
think at least as he steps back off. Runner off on first, no one down. Bit of a knuckler over there.
Runner.
Throw gets to second base for the force. And that'll be the second out.
It could have been one of those step on first and yell tag with the throw to second, but got the lead runner. You're
don't want to take chances.
Got a runner out of scoring position too. That's kind of big in a 2-run ball game like this.
Bring up Jake Chapman. Sacrificed in the second inning, got kind of bowled over, came up limping. We'll see if that affects him here. First pitch is high for ball one. Kenston took the lead in the second. 3 runs on 2 hits. The 1-0. Low, ball 2. And this is where Ontario needs to really get to the pitcher, make him throw some pitches in this inning, make him think a little bit. The 2-0 swung through for strike 1.
That was a big old hack right there. I think he was trying to put that over the 400-foot sign. Got one right down the gut.
84 miles an hour for Chappie. The 2-1 swung through that again. It's 2-2. 85 on the gun. See another fastball, or does he pull the string here?
2-2. I don't think you really want to see a full count, especially with a runner on. We're going to see it.
So the runner will get a start here.
Yeah.
If Chappie can put it into the gap, we may have a 3-2 game.
Yeah, this is a big pitch right here.
Walters will be off with the pitch. There he goes. And it hit him. So the Warriors still in business here with 2 down.
Chapman sacrifices himself again and takes one for the team.
And he didn't just miss that. He hit him in the numbers on that pitch. And it'll bring up Braxton Hall. He struck out swinging in the second inning, but another big opportunity for him with a runner in scoring position. First pitch. Did he go? He did not. Ball 1. He saw that a couple times in his last at-bat.
In his last at-bat, he's trying to do a little bit too much, and I think he just needs to stay within himself here, find a good pitch to hit. He got one last game, so I'm sure he's looking for something similar.
The 1-0. Fouls that back.
Another high one he's going after. I think he's being aggressive, which is kind of what you want to see from your hitter, but you also kind of want to be a little bit smart here too. 1-1, so you're still kind of looking for your pitch.
Well, I will say when I played, I loved those high fastballs too.
Who didn't?
The 1-1 bounces in there.
Okay.
It's 2-1.
Now you just want one served up right here on a tee because you know this pitcher doesn't want to go down 3-1 with 2 runners on. He doesn't want to load the bases, so I think he's going to serve one up here, see what he can do with it.
The 2-1 swung and missed. 2-2.
I think that's what he was thinking too. He's thinking that thing's coming right here, and swung at another high one there a little bit.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs as the Warriors get their hats out to wave those. Magic 2s they call it. Fouled off will go again.
It's interesting when these foul balls go out of the stadium. I wonder
how many cars have been hit going by here on the road. Yeah.
Who picks them up? Who keeps them? Who just sticks their hand out of their Jeep?
Well, I've been told multiple times that you have to return it to Section 12 I guess for services. Actually had to do that early when a ball came up here. The 2-2 curveball, strike 3 looking.
Throws him on that one.
Warriors get 2 on, but they can't score them. It remains 3-1 midway through this D2 state title game.
Are you looking for a solid career? job security, great pay, and rapid advancement, an important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow. Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Bottom of the fourth, you take a look at the Ontario dugout. They had runners on, but just couldn't put them across the plate. As you take a look at beautiful Akron, Ohio here. There's a sports athlete from here, isn't there? Some guy.
He's an okay basketball player.
Decent basketball player.
Yeah, he
just
was
a kid from Akron, right?
Yeah, he wasn't too bad.
3-1 the score. Now, I said in that bottom of the inning, it would be nice if Ontario could score and get a few batters up to really recycle the lineup. They did get 5 to the plate. They'll have 8-9-1 due up. So at least what they did was they took some pitches. They got some plate appearances, and they could get another at bat for their main hitters if they can get some more runners on. As for Peyton Dzugan, he settled down that last inning. He's going to need another one. He's got to put zeros up the rest of the way, pretty much.
Yeah. I think this is a crucial inning right here for both teams. If Kenston can put another run or two on the board, that could really put the Warriors in a bind. But if the Warriors come out with a perfect inning here,
Giorgio.
That's a tweener.
In the right, and a
Nice
jumping
play.
catch made by the second baseman, Braxton Hall, for the first out.
That's a beautiful play, way to track that, and just keep that ball right on your mind and make that play. That's a huge play, honestly. I mean, getting a leadoff runner on could have been detrimental for these guys.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hall, a football player?
Yes, yeah, pretty good wide receiver.
That's exactly what I was getting to right there.
Wide receiver, yeah.
Mm-hmm. One down for the 8-hitter. Takes ball 1. Bridger Bischoff doubled home the go-ahead run, the second run of the game here in the second inning. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Bottom of the order came up big for Kenston the first time around. 6, 7, 8, 9 went sacrifice, single, double, sacrifice RBI. That's fouled back for strike 2.
It looked like it could have been in play there, but I think it just got over the fence, over this netting here behind the home plate.
So take a look at the Ontario lineup coming up. You have Babel, then Dzugan, then the top of the order. 1-2. Fouled back will go again.
Good little battle going on right here.
And here is the Kenston order. Bischoff, the 8-hitter. So the same thing. 8, 9, then 1. Kenston has one out here, bottom 4. Dugan's 1-2 to Bischoff. It hit him. So we'll run it, 1 out runner.
It's not a batter you wanted to let off the hook with 2 strikes and 1 ball. That's a little bit of a mistake right there.
So that'll bring up Grant Beckley. Had that little chopper down the first baseline to score a run, the 3rd run of the game. There's a fly ball in the center, but Weaver is there for the 2nd out.
Took a lot better angle at that fly ball than he did the previous one he was given an opportunity at. I think he made that adjustment. That's what first-team All-Ohioans do, man. They make adjustments when they make mistakes and help their team out. tremendously right there. That's a big out with a runner on first base.
And the jet stream helped that out a little bit too. It carried just enough also for him to not need to really rush himself. Brings up the top of the order for the third time in Carter Flynn. Runner goes. Chapman's going to throw down. Not in time. It's a stolen base.
See, I was trying to watch his throw on that, and it just didn't look like he had the lower body on that throw that he normally does. And I wonder if Kenston's going to take note of that and be more aggressive on the base paths moving forward here.
Pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. Flied out the center and then walked in his 2 at-bats. Curveball high. It's 2-0. L.A. Maiden is on deck. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Dzugan's 2-0. In there for a strike.
He's getting that inside corner. I've noticed that a few times here.
Both pitchers have been.
Both pitchers are really getting the inside corner, not much on the outside. So, man, pound it in until the hitter's make an adjustment. Then you can kind of go on the outer half of the plate where they may not be able to reach it.
The 2-1. Fouls it back. It's 2-2. That's going to get into the seats.
Oh, lady covers her head and takes it right in the back.
At least she didn't get in the head, though.
Right. She covered her melon and just took one for the team and kept it right here in play.
Supposed to give the ball back, but she's going to have a souvenir and a bruise when she goes back to Richland County.
She's get to keep that.
Time called by Flynn. Scoreboard says 2 balls, 1 strike, but it's 2-2.
Big pitch right here. Runner took
Throw
off.
Throw to third, and he steals it.
I think that was on the pitcher. I didn't see him really even check back to look to even check on him, and he was wanting that strike call, and it was a little bit outside. I think you got to go inside with these pitches from now on.
Count is full at 3-2. Big pitch here from Dzugan. Little bit of a chopper. Hall takes it on the first.
All right.
And the Warriors get out of it. No runs, no hits. 1 hit batter, 1 left on. After 4, it remains 3-1.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenautosales.com.
Top of the 5. Top of the 5, top of the 5th, whatever you want to say. Travis Berardi back here. I want to thank Jake Furr for coming on for the first 4 innings. He still does have to work here for this game, so got to let him get his job done. But thank you very much to Mr. Furr. So for those of you watching our delayed broadcast tonight, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That is Sunday, June 11th, 1 o'clock, we'll have the delay of the Waynedale Division III State Championship against Harrison Central. So tune in for that special presentation. Babel takes strike one to begin the top of the fifth. Babel, Dzugan, and then the third at bat for Ramian. The 0-1. Low, it's 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Quickly again, ready is Nico. High. Count is even at 2. Ontario scored 4 or more runs in each of their tournament games. And if that's the case and the score holds for Kenston, they would win a Division II state championship. But starter Nico Giorgio has really limited damage. The payoff pitch. Chopped the first. Easily over to the bag. One away. That'll bring up Peyton Dzugan. So Ontario, like we said, they were down 3-1 to Sandusky with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Ended up scoring 3 straight to win that 4-3. They then, in extra innings, 9 innings, knocked off Sandusky Perkins 6-5 to win a sectional. Dzugan through the hole and left for a single, a 1-out hit. That will bring up the top of the order, and Colton Ramian just underneath the glove of third baseman Jimmy Serha. So the Warriors here with a little life in the top of the 5th. Districts, the Warriors got revenge on 2 tough losses to Shelby, knocked them off 7-2. And then they defeated Clyde 5-2. First pitch to Ramian, he fouls it right back for strike 1. They knocked off Clyde 5-2 a week after losing 8-7 to them in the district championship game to move on to regionals. Ball is outside, and we're even at 1. Liner right at the third baseman makes the catch, double play, inning over. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. Still 3-1.
You're enjoying live and free high school baseball right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bottom of the 5th here. Warriors tough break line out double play ended the inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. Bottom 5 for Kenston leading 3-1. All 3 runs coming in the second inning against Peyton Dzugan. L.A. Maiden will lead off. Grounded out to short in the first. Struck out looking in the second inning. As you take a look at the fans here in the concourse of Canal Park, I see some Waynedale fans starting to arrive. And once again, the tower beyond center field here in Akron, Ohio on this beautiful day for state championship baseball. Congratulations to Cincinnati Muller, the D1 champs, and then Berlin Highland, the D4 champs earlier today. Curveball is in there, and Dzugan starts off with a strike. No balls, one strike. There's a liner out the right, and misplayed. Overran. Weaver's going to get it, throw it back in, but it's going to be a leadoff triple and a tough break there. It kind of tailed away from Ramian. He overran it, and it's going to result in 3 bases here to start the bottom of inning number 5. Brings up Drew McKenna. Walked in the first, grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him, pops it up in the infield, or short outfield. Ramian makes the catch. Runner's going to try and tag, but then go back, cut off by Dzugan, so a quick first out on the short fly out to right. And that will bring up Jimmy Surha. Lined out sharply to short, flew out to right in his 2 at-bats. Dzugan would like to get another pitch like he just had and get a pop out. Infield coming to the grass. Curveball just inside for ball 1. Ontario knocked off state number 5 Washington Courthouse to get here. Kenston knocked off state number 7 Dayton Chaminade Julienne to get here. Pitch is in there for a strike. Kenston scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th, trailing 2-0 to get to today. That was the first game of yesterday's semifinals. The 1-1 from Peyton Dzugan. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Big pitch coming up here from Peyton. If they can get this second out, that would be huge after giving up the leadoff triple. The 1-2. Chopped right at the shortstop, and he's going to throw on the first. Run scores. Maiden got enough of a jump to score to make it 4-1. So 2 out here for Pecoraro. So the mistake in the outfield cost the Warriors a run. 4 runs on 4 hits for Kenston. First pitch from Dzugan. High, ball 1. Warriors will have their best chance here. 2, 3, 4 due up in the top of the 6th. That's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. .76 on the pitch. Warriors have their bullpen going out in deep right field. The 2-1. Little flare and into center field for a base hit. So the inning stays alive for Kenston. That'll bring up Parker Monday. Sacrificed in the 2nd. Grounded down the line to Dzugan, who stepped on the base just in time to end the 3rd. In there for a strike. There's the runner on first, Pecoraro. And Monday calls time. Dzugan ready once again. Runner goes. Throw down. Did not get the tag. Ball was a ball. And now another runner in scoring position on the stolen base. As you take a look at the Dzugan real estate replay. And yeah, just couldn't get the tag on him. Throw was there, but just a little bit wide of the base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball swung on a missed. 1-2. Dzugan ready with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball in the dirt. Chapman down to first. And that'll end the inning. But Kenston adds on. We're going to keep it here for the Sutton Bank 6th inning stretch here from Canal Park in beautiful Akron, Ohio. And let's recap here as we come inside our 5th, 6th inning stretch. Ontario, they struck first. In the top of the first, Colton Ramian led off with a single, sacrificed to second on a Jaden Leach bunt, went to third on a wild pitch, and then Gage Weaver with a deep fly to center, made it 1-0. Go to the bottom of the second, and Kenston answered in a big way. Pecoraro led off with a walk, went to second on a Monday sacrificed bunt. He went to third on a balk and scored on Nico Giorgio's RBI single. Giorgio then advanced to second on a balk and scored on Bridger Bischoff's RBI double. He then advanced to third and scored on Grant Beckley's sacrifice chopper down the first baseline to make it 3-0. And then just in the bottom of the 5th, L.A. Maiden, a gift triple as the right fielder overran. Colton Ramian overran the ball, tailed back towards him, got past him for a 3-bagger after a pop-out. Jimmy Surha, just enough of a chopper to score the runner to make it 4-1 here in this Division II state championship game. Warriors are going to have Jaden Leach, Gage Weaver, Carter Walters up. So this is their best chance here to get back into this game. A couple hits, put some pressure on Giorgio, who really hasn't had much pressure since that first inning. Giorgio only at 64 pitches through 5. There is the Warriors batting order. We start at number 2, Jaden Leach. Sacrificed in the first, popped out in the second, but he flares one in the center for a leadoff hit, and that's how you want to start things here in the 6th. 1 pitch, 1 runner, and it'll bring up Gage Weaver. Now, the Warriors did put the bat on the ball in the 5th inning. You had Dzugan with the single, and then the tough luck line out right the first by Ramey. And if it's about 2 feet to the left, they would have been in business. But who you need in this situation are the ones that are up right now. Weaver with the sac fly and a single. First pitch to him, and it hits him! Just like that, 2 pitches, and the Warriors bring the tying run to the plate. Nobody down. And now Kenston is going to have a little chat. Giorgio out there smiling a little bit. Thought, I got this. But now Ontario has a chance. They have their best hitter up as he represents the tying run. And you see in this ballpark where it's 337 down the line, 400 to dead center. If one of these balls hard enough hit into the gap, it could score 2. With Carter Weaver, that could happen. Carter with 7 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run, but it's going to take a lot of power to get one out of here. 28 RBI, 23 runs. He's walked 7 times. He struck out 7 times as well. He has an OPS of 1,080. Like I said, the one you need in this situation is the All-Ohioan who will come to the plate here. Struck out in the first inning, then flew out to right in the 4th. He is due. 2 on, no out here for the Warriors. 4-1 Kenston on the Charter Next Generation scoreboard. First pitch, looking the bunt, takes strike 1. So Weaver now has the infield in on its toes. Drew McKenna playing way in. The 0-1 swung on and miss, went for the slap on the bunt attempt. Weaver now in a hole. And now we have time, and the Kenston coach wants to talk something over. Maybe a little gamesmanship here by the Kenston Bombers. Arguing something. And now the umpires are going to talk something over. If at anything, this is making Nico Giorgio think about what he's going to throw here against the All-Ohioan. Jaden Leach on the first pitch of the inning, flared one in the center. The second pitch of the inning hit Gage Weaver. Carter Weaver in the hole, 0-2. And still, Kenston's head coach, Joseph Fritz, arguing something, but it looks like nothing has changed. So I don't know if he's doing that to calm his pitcher down, but I don't know why he'd do that after throwing 2 straight strikes. The 0-2 to Weaver. Chopper to third. Misses the tag. Everybody's safe. Leach avoided the tag at third, and the bases are loaded with nobody down. So if anything, that meeting with the ump bit Kenston in a bad place. That'll bring up Carter Walters. He walked and then grounded into a force out. Still looking for the official ruling here. And they're just going to call it a fielder's choice. Bases are loaded. Liner in the left. Base hit. 1 run will score. Second run's going to round third. He will score. It's 4-3. Carter Walters comes up huge. Lined it into the gap and left. Scores Leach and Gage Weaver. And now another meeting. 4-3 and the Warriors right back at ya. Let's take a look at the replay one more time. Why not us? So you take a look. Weaver with a good jump. And now the tying run. And Carter Weaver on second still with nobody out, and Chappie up the bat. Sacrificed in the second. Hit by a pitch in the 4th. The first pitch to him, looking to bunt it down the line, but it goes foul. "4-3 the score. Still no one out here in the top of the 6th. The 0-1 to Chappie. Looking to bunt again, and again it just goes foul. It's 0-2. Braxton Hall on deck. He struck out twice, but you know he's chomping at the bit to get back up there. He came up with a big hit yesterday to score a run. The 0-2. High, ball one. And you feel Mr. Momentum shifting. Chapman, the 6-hitter. Takes that in the dirt. It's 2-2. Warrior Nation on its feet. The 2-2. Popped up. Center fielder in. Makes the catch. One down. That'll bring up Braxton Hall, the 7-hitter. A single, hit by pitch, fielder's choice, everybody was safe, and then a 2 RBI single by Carter Walters has this game back to within 1. First pitch to Hall, fouls it back. Caden Babel on deck. The 0-1 the Hall. In there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Braxton Hall. He calls time, steps out of the box. Weaver on second. That's Carter Weaver. Carter Walters on first. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring up Caden Babel. If there was a time for Babel to come through, this would be it. Babel, the 5'8" senior left fielder. First pitch to him, late, strike 1. 9-1-2 due up after this if Babel cannot reach. High, ball 1. They would like to continue to bat, though. And how about this? A slow throw back. Weaver takes third. I didn't catch it, but my camera crew did. Great job by them. Tying run 90 feet away, and we'll get a time. A wild pitch now could tie things up. The 1-1. High, ball 2. Runner is just going to jog down the second. The go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Two and 1 to Babel. Walters on second. Weaver on third. The pitch. Swung through it. It's 2-2. 85 on the gun. Twos are wild here for the Warriors. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the Warriors are back in it. They score 2 and trail 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology? develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Seven, 8, 9 due up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ontario, though, right back in this. It's 4-3. Travis Berardi here at Canal Park. This special presentation of the Division II State Championship game on the OH Report. I want to thank our sponsors today: Charter Next Generation, MWD Logistics, Sutton Bank, New Haven Auto Sales, and Dzugan Real Estate. First pitch is a ball. Thank you all for sponsoring this live stream. The 1-0. In there for a strike. Peyton Dzugan, 89th pitch coming up. Fouled off, it's 1-2. Dzugan ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Slow roller to Walters. Steps on first. 1 down. That'll bring up Bridger Bischoff. RBI double in the 2nd inning. He was hit by a pitch, but stranded on 3rd in the 4th. First pitch in there for a strike. Since that 2nd inning, Peyton Dzugan has really shut things down here. The 0-1. Another chopper right to Walters. Takes the hop on the Dzugan. 2 down. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, Grant Beckley. RBI ground out in the 2nd. Flew out to center in the 4th. Beckley, the 9-hitter. So Dzugan would like to get him out and hopefully face the top of the order in the 7th. That means Ontario would at least score 1 run here in the top of the 7th, but he needs to get this batter out. First pitch to Beckley. Curveball just high, ball 1. For those of you watching our delayed stream here, the 8 o'clock stream, a reminder as Dzugan throws a strike. Sunday, June 11th, 1 o'clock, we will show the Division III state championship between Harrison Central and Waynedale. Low on 1-1. A little flare over the head of Hall, and it's a single, so the top of the order will come up here with 2 down in the 6th. Carter Flynn flew out the center, walked in the 2nd, and then in the 4th, grounded out the 2nd to end the inning. First pitch, high, ball 1. The 1-0. In there for a strike. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Off speed, just high. Three runs on 5 hits for Ontario, 4 runs on 6 hits for Kenston. No errors on either side. There's a drive to left, but tracked down by Babel to finish the bottom of the 6th. Here we go, Ontario. Top of the 7th coming up, 9-1-2. Warriors need 1 at least to extend.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenautosales.com.
Or even if Brian wants to do the interview and I can just set stuff up for the next game myself. Here we go. Top of the 7th for the Warriors. They need a run to extend this. 2 could take the lead, and once again they have the best part of the lineup coming up. Peyton Dzugan, Colton Ramian, Jaden Leach to start off the top of the 7th. First pitch in there for a strike. Ground ball through the right side, base hit, the tying run's on. And Dugan's getting the crowd up on the Ontario side. That brings up Colton Ramian. Singled to start the game. Chopped it to first in the 3rd and then lined out to first for a double play in the 5th. We'll see if they play small ball here to advance the tying run. First pitch, looking the bunt. It's high for a ball. The 1-0. Missed the bunt. They're going to say it's a foul ball. It's 1-1. Giorgio at 88 pitches with this one. Tying run on first, nobody down here. Snap throw back, Dzugan gets in there. Almost threw it away. If there is no double play, hoping not, Gage Weaver will come up. Bunt is down. It's a perfect one. The runner's going to advance to second. 1-3 put out, but the tying run moves 90 feet up. That'll bring up Jaden Leach. He singled to start the 6th. The Warriors now with the tying run in scoring position with Gage Weaver on deck. First pitch. Lined to second, makes the diving catch. He's going to tag second, and that's going to be the game. Kenston wins the Division II state championship. Tough way to go there. Like we said, just didn't need the double play, but second baseman Pecoraro diving enough to make the catch and then runs it over to second to complete the state championship. Kenston wins it 4-3. We're going to stick it here for the presentation of the trophies and medals. And then after that, we will take a break before our MVP interview. So Kenston down there celebrating as they hold off Ontario's comeback bid. What a season for Ontario, though. Starting off 3-9, putting the tying run on second base in the 7th inning. Nobody thought after the 3-9 start that they would be here, and they finish the season as state runners-up. What a great season for the Warriors of Ontario as they go through the handshake lines. As always here in high school sports, the sportsmanship showed by both sides. They're getting the trophies and medals ready down here. Tim Streed, as well as Associate Commissioner Doug Ute. Both teams pulled off upsets to get here, and Kenston will go home on the final day of the season as state champions. 21-11 they finish. They started the season 4-7. So Kenston, first ever state championship. This was their first ever appearance in a state championship game. They were in the Final Four last year. Chris Smith of Ontario High School, as well as AD Jeff Fisher, now ready to give the state runner-up medals. First, Peyton Dzugan. What an effort from him after giving up 3 in the second. Just one tough luck run after that. So they're running through the order right here. Gage Weaver, Colton Ramian, Carter Weaver, Drew Yetter, Ian Rachel just get his. Jagger Ayula, Braxton Hall getting his medal. Landon Swords. Now Jaden Leach getting his medal. Caden Babel, what a catch he made in the 6th inning. Carter Walters, big hit to score 2. Jake Chapman, a gutsy effort behind the plate. Bryson Stutz. Micah Smith getting his medal. Alan O'Blisk. Now Jack Cotter and Caleb Barabani. Now the assistant coaches. Benny Sanslow gets his. Dan Hall, as well as Doug Basham. Mike Ellis gets his medal. For the state runners-up in Division II, the Ontario Warriors, playing on the final day of the high school season. And now they will get the runner-up trophy as Doug Ute will speak to the Warriors.
Hey, Warrior fans, how proud of you are you of these kids?
Educational athletics teach a lot of things. Teach you how to stick together through tough times, how to persevere, how to accept challenges. There's absolutely no doubt the way your season has turned out and your play on the field today, that this team has done that. Your season started out 3-9. Since then, you're 14-6. You've earned your school's second trip to the state championship game. And I'm very excited today, along with Jeff Wheeler, who's the athletic administrator of Medical, and a member of our board of directors, along with Gina Franks, our vice president of our board of directors. We're very excited to present to you the state runner-up 2023 Division II State Baseball Championship Trophy.
Congratulations on an incredible season, Ontario. And now we will recognize the Division II State Championship team, the Kenston Bombers. Presenting the awards, Athletic Director Reed Warrenary and Principal Tom Grabham. When your name is called, please come forward to receive your individual medallion for recognizing your efforts this baseball season. Number 1, Nico Georgiou. Number 2, Carter Flynn. Number 3, Jacob Maniowski. Number 4, Parker Monday. Number 5, Bridget Bishop. Number 7, Grady Flynn. Number 8, Grant Beckley. Number 9, Nick Daramis. Number 10, Hunter Pastranek. Number 11, Sam Curtis. Number 12, Jimmy Serha. Number 13, Wes Cope. Number 14, Jack Morey. Number 15, Tommy Pecoraro. Number 16, Griffin Marco Giuseppe. Number 17, Drew McKenna. Number 19, Avery Saperki. Number 20, Grayson Bishop. Number 23, Nolan Gillen. Number 24, Ellie Martin. Number 27, Lucas Falkenbach. And number 28, Dylan Cruff. The assistant coaches, Rich Shadler, Ryan Fitte, Anthony Zavarella, Tyler Rendlesham, and Kenston's head coach, Joe Ritz. Presenting the state championship trophy is OHSA Director of Media Relations, Tim Street.
Gentlemen, last year you made your school's first baseball state tournament appearance and set school history. And I know your goal this year was to be back here at Canal Park playing for a state championship, but you knew that it would not be easy. And the season didn't start the way it wanted to, did it? But I know what Coach told you. Keep working. Keep grinding. And that's what you did. How many come from behind wins this year? A lot. How many wins in your final at bat? And you pieced it all together, and you went on a tournament run, and today you're going home with your school's first baseball state championship. This is Randy Teepaw from the Northeast District Athletic Board, and it's my honor on behalf of our 818 member schools and our staff and our board of directors to give Chagrin Falls Kenston the 2023 Division II State Championship.
Let's hear it one more time for both teams for an outstanding season. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance at this state tournament event. These student athletes, their schools, the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and the staff here at Canal Park appreciate your support. Sutton Bank, the MWD Logistics area, there will be the blue ticket tables in left field. And Ontario fans may be their team exhibit to the Tiki Terrace in the top left in the Wakefield corner of Canal Park.
If you're looking for the best pre-owned vehicles in Ontario, then stop by New Haven Auto Sales today and let my dad, Craig Underwood, the car guy, help you into the car, truck, or SUV that fits your lifestyle and budget. Hi, I'm Carter Underwood, and we specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles and unmatched customer service. We also pride ourselves in our competitive prices and variety of financing options. We're New Haven Auto Sales, 3690 Park Avenue West, Ontario. Visit newhavenautosales.com.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
I'm here with our MVP. It is Carter Walters. Had a big 2 RBI single in the 6th inning, brought Ontario to within 1. They don't get the job done, but they complete an amazing season as state runners-up. First of all, congratulations. Take me through that at-bat. It really got the momentum back in your guys' favor and got you back in the game.
I knew I had to get a big hit. I was hoping for a bigger hit, but I knew that scoring 2 runs there could help us a lot, and it did, I guess. Yeah.
3-9 to start. You know, we always talked about, you know, the conversation your coach had with you guys, but just going from 3-9 to state runners-up, just talk about the run.
It feels crazy. At the start of the year, we didn't play as a team, and we didn't know each other a lot. Then we started hanging out a lot more, and then we played as a team the rest of the year, and it ended up great.
What are you going to remember most about this season?
The players, the team, the bond that we have now.
All right, and anything you want to say to the rest of the senior class that's leaving this year?
I'm going to miss them all.
All right, and finally, if you want to give any shout-outs to anybody, go for it. Great crowd here today.
The Warrior Nation and my family again.
There you have it. Carter Walters, a valiant effort today. Ontario falls, but still brings a state runner-up back to Richland County. Back here inside the Sutton Bank post-game show, the Warriors' Cinderella run for a state championship comes 1 run short. Kenston, with its first ever title and its 2nd appearance. Ontario will now leave with a state championship in '94 and a state runner-up here in 2023. Nothing to hang your heads down for, though, after the start of the season, to be one of the final 2 teams playing on the final day of the regular season. That is an accomplishment in itself, and the Warriors can take the bus ride back to Richland County with their head high because they made Richland County proud by the way they fought. Let's recap here real quick in the Sutton Bank post-game show. The Warriors struck right off the bat. Colton Ramian, a leadoff single, went to second on a Jaden Leach sacrifice bunt, went to third on a wild pitch, scored on Gage Weaver's sac fly, making it 1-0, 3 batters in. But Kenston would come back in the bottom of the 2nd. A walk by Tommy Pecoraro. Went to second on Parker Monday's sac bunt. Went to third on a balk and scored on starting pitcher Nico Giorgio's RBI single. He went to second on a balk and then to third. Bridger Bischoff scored him on an RBI double. He went to third and scored then on Grant Beckley's RBI ground out to first, making it 3-1. They then made it 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th. L.A. Maiton hit a curving fly ball to right field, misplayed by the right fielder, went to the wall. He got the third after a pop out. Jimmy Surha just got enough English on a chopper to second to score the run, making it 4-1. But the Warriors, battlers, coming right back. Jaden Leach, Gage Weaver. Leach with a single to start the 6th. Weaver hit by a pitch. Carter Weaver hit into a fielder's choice, but the tag was off of Leach. All runners safe, loading the bases. Then Carter Walters, our MVP. A 2 RBI single put life back into the Warriors. Jake Chapman then flew out, and then 2 strikeouts ended the inning. Top of the 7th, Peyton Dzugan, the starter, who worked. He went 6 innings, allowing the 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts on 99 pitches. Led off with a single. Sacrificed the second on Colton Ramey on sac bunt. But then Jaden Leach with a short flare to second. The second baseman made a shoestring snow cone diving catch. Went to second, stepped on the base to finish the game. 4-3 is the final. I want to thank our sponsors one more time for allowing us to bring you this special presentation stream of the Division II State Championships. Charter Next Generation, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. MWD Logistics. Need a warehousing and logistics partner that gets your storage needs? Store and move your inventory seamlessly into your customers' hands with MWD Logistics. Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Dzugan Real Estate. Cheering on Peyton Dzugan and the Warriors today. And Charter Next Generation, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment, as well as New Haven Auto Sales. Thank you all for allowing us to bring you this special presentation of the Division II State Championship game on the OH Report. That'll wrap things up here. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Our sponsors, as I just said, Tim Street and the OHSAA for allowing us to be here. to stream this special presentation to you. All of our camera operators, Jory Hollenbeck, Madeline Zizzuto, Hayden Gray, as well as Brian Skoronsky, our CEO and president, working the social media out there for you as well. And also the fine folks here with the Akron Rubber Ducks at Canal Park. They have been nothing but great this weekend for our highlights and here for our streams. But that'll wrap things up. Also, I want to give a big shout out to our own Adam Thompson for building the graphics and everything else. But that will wrap things up here from Canal Park, Ontario. One run short, but still going to Richland County with a state runner-up. That is quite the accomplishment. For Jake Furr, who is here with me for a few innings, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Akron.